How's it going, everybody? Excellent time with my stepdaughter tonight. We had a blast. And so let me talk to her about stuff. She's prepared. She's ready. Um, none of us want to be ready. And at her age, she probably wants to be ready the least of any of us, but she's like, she totally gets it. She gets everything. I told her about uh, us discussing her number. I let her know your first name is used, your birthday is used, but we never go to her social media. Her last name is not used, so her privacy to that extent is protected, mainly because I don't share any of this on my social media. Like nobody in Polk County follows me, not on this channel. I think a lot were subscribed to the old channel. When I switched over, I don't think many people came. I've never had anybody locally comment here in the comments. I've never had them message me on Messenger about anything that I do on my YouTube. So, but I think Marissa might start following us here, which would be pretty cool. I would love that. So Michael shared all three cats flashing at the same time. I've never seen that before. I've never seen three flash at once. It's usually one. So talk about there's no shame in their game. So I showed Marissa her number, her very unique, as we know, it's the most unique number you can possibly imagine. And if she's watching this, or if y'all are new, her number 3 times 19 times 1998, she's got 138 for Donald Trump, 88 for Trump, and the 86ing of Trump. And when we do Donald Trump in gematria, not Donald J. Trump, but just Donald Trump, you get the 138, which is in Marissa's number. When you do just Trump, you get the 88, which is in Marissa's number. And I also showed her the marriage progressions of her mom's numbers, or her mom and dad's combined number, and how you go through the marriage progressions. And it was a lot for her to absorb, but I mean, she just, she understood it. I don't know if I were to give her a quiz, if she'd remember everything. But if y'all remember Donald J. Trump, comes to 1189 and 888, which are her mom's third marriage progressions. And I've told y'all, boy, when her mom gets married, is that when we all hit 88 miles per hour. So because of the way all of that falls. But anyway, so she asked what her number meant. I was like, well, I don't know. It's just a very unique number. But I went ahead and threw her into the progressions. And her progressions take us through to September 23rd, that 923 coding. And Marissa, if you're watching, 923 has been coded in movies forever. I don't know if you did a gematria search. I don't know if new codes 923-239 in movies. So there's some YouTubes that pop up right there. What is the secret code hidden in so many films? It's a mysterious code. That's probably the A113 coding. New codes 923, 623. So 923, 239, 329. So the scrambling of it. So here's another one, 923 predicted in movies. So that's Marissa's number. Actually, I decided to work out her 37 progressions from the day she's born. Now you can always back these up a day. If you include the day, you back it up a day. So, you know, she hits on 923 or 922. She hits on 428 or 427, June 4th, or kind of a big number in my world, June 3rd. Go up the next progression of 37. July 11th, back it up, or July 10th, and so on and so forth. So, anyway, I thought that was interesting. The Dark Knight, the exact same coding as Marissa's. So the Dark Knight is all about the darkened right eye of the Antichrist. And again, the Dark Knight Rises came out exactly on the third day afterwards, the following leap year. The Dark Knight was released on July 18th, 2008. The Dark Knight Rises was released 2 days later, July 20th. So on the third day, he rises, literally, in 2012, 4 years later. They're both leap years, 2008, 2012. Dark Knight, July 18th. Dark Knight Rises, July 20th, on the third day. So Marissa, who's got the 138, the 88, and the 86ing of the 138, or the 86ing of the 88, or the eliminating of Donald Trump, not literally, we know he doesn't die, but the event. She is right in line with the Dark Knight Rises. I'm sorry, with the Dark Knight. Exact day. Exact day. So that's very unique. Let's get through, let's keep, so Marissa and the Dark Knight have the exact same 37 progression. I sent something to myself. This was something Michael gave us and gave me in a text, and I'm sure he emailed it to us, but I wanted to go over it again. No Time to Die was released 10/8/2021 in the United States. That's exactly 3,367 days from the Dark Knight Rises. So when he's saying it's no time to die, he's rising, right? I mean, I'm not dead, I'm alive, and he rises. Now, I do want to get to somebody's comments. Hang on just a second. And Marissa, or anybody else that's watching for the first time, always cover your comments. And Joe Kane said it was 413. That was a typo. They are blasting their followers with 413 coding. And one thing I did not share with Marissa is that Trump's number and my number combined has a 22196 in it, and I will be that many days old on the 13th, which makes me very nervous that they would come after me on that day. And, you know, also, if he were to go down on the 9th, and there's a lot that leads, you know, we've been showing you a lot of reasons why, and there's more in my prep of why he would go down on the 9th. You know, would they come get me right afterwards, right before it? I mean, there's still tomorrow. But what if they came, you know, and all the electricity went down, the internet went down and all that, and they came and, you know, got me on the 10th, got me on the 11th, but I died on the 13th, which would be awesome. Again, that's the day the Lord started calling me out of the world. That's when, through watching the Know Your Enemy series, I quit astrology and quit the Catholic Church all in one day. That is going to come up on a Facebook memory. I'm almost sure it's the 13th, which is when I will be 22196 days old on 4/12 if you include both dates. And like I told you, a person that I know very well just turned that many days old 33 days before it on 3/11. 33 days later is my number in Trump's combined, me and Trump's combined number. And 33 days after that is the total lunar eclipse. So it seems to be like there's a path, there's a pattern there, a very definite set path pattern there. And those are based off 33s, not 37s. But don't forget 33 and 33 is 66, and that is the book of Revelation is the 66th book in the Bible. There's 66 books in the Bible. That's why Trump's penthouse is called the 66th floor, even though there's only 58 stories in Trump Tower. They still call it the 66th floor, not because of 666, but because of the 66th book in the Bible, the book of Revelation, which he is the star of as the Antichrist. So, No Time to Die release date. That's exactly 3, 3, 6, 7 days from the Dark Knight Rises. He says that's 91 progressions of 37 apart. It's also 111 progressions from the total solar eclipse. So they of 7/11, 210. So I remember that we went over that, but I just wanted to kind of go over that again. No Time to Die, which Michael just equated to, it hits its perfect 85 days, 185 days, which is a progression of 37. It hits it on 4/11. Well, if that's the Dark Knight Rises equivalent that we just read through Michael's, that would mean he would go down on the 9th. And it's No Time to Die, rise. Or don't forget, you can always back it up a day if you include both dates. No Time to Die on the 10th. Goes down on the 9th. Nope. That's No Time to Die. He's not really dead, the day after, because we know he doesn't really die anyway. So that's absolutely fascinating. And I've got No Time to Die through the progressions from 4/11 on. The next one is May 18th, and you can just keep going. So we're going to start tracking. I'm going to put them all to a spreadsheet. Now, the next date it hits on is when that tower fell. And that's an interesting day, that June 14th. And I should probably progress that. Hang on just a quick second and I'll get caught up. The last time Marissa and I dined by ourselves was the day after that tower fell. I'm pretty sure it was on a Thursday. Yep. Felt like one something in the morning, and she and I dined Friday night. So the following day, and now did she and I eat again on the eve of him going down? I'm just saying. I mean, it's freaky. So eight is the progression we're looking for. 296 is the next progression. So when that tower fell, if we were to do that tower's date, we would put the 16th up. We might as well progress it. And so I'll keep that in the, add that to the series of progressions that I've got of just everything you can think of. I'm going to start charting it and let you know when we come up on it. So it's either on that day or back it up 37 days. Michael's got 2 items in prep. They were fascinating. So the last Scottish, don't forget Trump's mom's born in Scotland. So Trump's Scottish from the movie The Highlander. That's literally about a guy named MacLeod who's immortal. And Trump's mom's maiden name is MacLeod. And we know Trump's going to pretend to be immortal. And where did the guy land when he left Scotland with his immortality because he couldn't die? He went to Queens. Where was Trump born? Queens. So you can't make it up. All their movies are based off Trump. Everything's based off Trump. Michael said the other day, he goes, you said it. Everything's about Donald Trump. Like everything. And it's like, yes. Everything's always been about the Antichrist. Of course, he's not the Antichrist until he returns from the dead, but we know the embodiment of him now. That's what his body is repping. When he comes back, he won't be him anymore. He'll be indwelt with Satan, possessed. There's no doubt about that. And Satan will be using his human body as an avatar. And they show you that in iPad Goat, the programming, the iron mixing with clay. And I explained that to Marissa too, how in the movie Venom, you know, they showed us for sure how that's what it's going to be. But anyway, so Michael says the 2022, the Masters leaderboard, live scores, prize money, tee time, CBS Sports. He said the 1988 Masters winner from Scotland. Again, I didn't really tell you that. The Scottish guy, the only time a Scot ever won, somebody from Scotland ever won, was, of course, in the Donnie Darko year of 1988. His name was Sandy Lyle. He's currently in 88th place at this 2022 tournament. That's just fascinating, isn't it? So the guy who's winning now and will probably win, his name is Scotty. Scotty, Scotland, Scottish. What do you think? There's a Scottish rite and a York rite. Trump's from Scotland. He was born in New York. Or Trump's from Scotland and his mom moved to, or Trump's mom was born in Scotland and she moved to New York. Either or, however you want to do it. Scotty Scheffler is leading the 2022 Masters by 5 strokes at the halfway point. Interesting name, Scotty. Remember that in 1988, Michael said the winner was Sandy Lyle from Scotland. Scotty Scheffler comes to in Gematria. The Dark Knight Rises, Art of Faking Death in 2 ciphers, Third World War in 2 ciphers, 1988, which is the Donnie Darko year, that's in reverse reduction, 9/11 Part 2, which is when the twin Trumps literally will seemingly go down, not just the twin Trumps as buildings, but, and you know, Marissa got the whole Palpatine thing. She and I had talked about that a long time ago, how I thought he was dead. No, he's alive. Cloning, dark science, secrets only the Siths knew. The Beast 666, it also comes to. It comes to 888. Comes to 19th of April. Comes to Number of the Beast. Comes to April 13th in 2 ciphers. Something else that was interesting. Like I said, The Dark Knight Rises, I'm sorry, No Time to Die release date comes to April 11th. If he goes down today, as it's 4:06 a.m., on the 3rd day is April 11th, No Time to Die. Already went through that, already went through that, already went through that. We'll get to your comments in just a second. I need to make sure I add that. They went 88 miles per hour in Back to the Future. When they hit 88 miles per hour, that 37 progression comes to tax day, or next Friday, the 15th. So that's when they hit 88 miles per hour. So I'm also going to track that. I think I might already be tracking that. Yeah, I'm tracking 88 miles per hour. I am the chosen one. Comes to today. I am the chosen one through the progressions comes to today, the 9th. We'll be tracking that if he doesn't go down today. But how fitting if he did. What else? This one here was called 9/11. So 9/11, the next progression is May 12th, and we'll track that also. So we're going to track all the dates. As we start moving forward, we're going to track them. And yeah. Anyway, let's go to your comments and we'll call it a day. So I came on from TS Daily Bible Studies and said, by the way, the Julian calendar thing, 327 is the 86th day of the year. So don't forget, from April 9th, the Julian calendar drops back to 327. And I was like, well, that's not, that date doesn't really say anything to us. Yeah, it does. It's the 86th day of the year. And 86ing means to eliminate, to get rid of. To kill someone is to 86 them. According to Cashwell's Dictionary of Slang, the meaning expanded during the 1970s also means to kill, to murder, to execute. There it is, term 86. So to 86 somebody, I mean, what can I tell you? Yeah, so the 9th Julian calendar's back to 86th day of the year. And there it is. According to Castle's Dictionary of Slang, the meaning expanded 1970s to mean to kill, to murder, to execute. So did we finish Michael's gematria? 19th of April? Yeah, April 13th we did. So we did Michael's prep. This is what Joe Kane said I wanted to address. It very well could be the 9th. Markets drop come Monday. You betcha. He then sends out a tweet. Nope. He's going to seem to be dead all the way through World War III. And then he will, now he'll rise spiritually on the 3rd day. The exact day ascends out of the bottomless pit spiritually and dwelt with Satan having overtaken his body and running World War III behind the scenes like Palpatine. Not sure when all that'll take place, but when he seemingly goes down, which again could be a clone, body double, what have you, the twin Trumps, Ronald and Donald Trump, Ronald McDonald, that whole deal, the archway, the golden arches. I did explain to Marissa also about how her mom's birthday, hit that gateway arch. And Bill Gates' birthday is on that day. Gates and the St. Louis Archway was dedicated or began on that day. And I explained to her, the whole transfer portal gateway arch thing. So he said, then sends out a tweet on the 12th at the market, open on the 13th and 14th, and the news that he's alive and it hits 500. No, he is going to be down until he returns at what is known as the abomination of desolation, where he will have seemingly risen from the dead, and he will show the earth that he's risen from the dead. And that's a very long and involved story, but it'll be a very powerful overtaking spiritually of the whole earth. All goats will believe that he did rise from the dead. They will worship the image of the beast. They will seek godhood, which is what he's offering. And you're going to see the 2/3 of the, 1/3 of the church is going to get the call through World War III, through the black horse of famine, through the pale horse of death to 2 billion. It says 1/4 of the earth will die due to the war and the famine. That's the pale horse. Red horse war, black horse famine, pale horse gives you the total number that are going to die through that process. And 1/3 of your church will come, the Lord will call them. It won't be from any free will decision, even though it'll seem like they suddenly chose it. God just woke them up. He called them, just like Saul on the road to Damascus, who later became Paul and wrote those 12 or so epistles. And so the other 2/3 of the church, because 99% of the church is asleep. And I said probably 1% of this earth is the church, the narrow way. And Marissa and I did some math on that. That came to 80 million sheep on this earth. Well, 33% of those 80 million, because 1% is called now, I believe. In other words, 1% of 1% of the earth is called. And that's being judicious. It could be way less than that. The way I look around at the world, we all know there's nobody doing what we do on the internet. They don't teach the truth in God's word. You can't find it properly taught on the internet. Again, Jim Brown is the closest, but he gets so much stuff wrong. It's not even worth sending anybody to his channel, because he does a great job with election predestination, spiritual baptism, the death to self, the daily cross. But he's horrible at other things. He doesn't believe in the existence of demons. He explains away the Lord casting out demons, or I don't even see how you can, but he does it. He sells people tithing. Again, like we like to joke about, are y'all going to give me 10% of your paycheck or any? Nope. I wouldn't ask for it. Tithing is old covenant. So he just gets a lot of things wrong. There's nobody that does what we do. Not tracking Trump, not explaining who he is to the fullest, not when it comes to showing people what the mark of the beast will be, how they'll actually be possessing the human body, using the human body as an avatar to kill sheep quickly, rapidly. It'll be a bloodbath. Jesus says he must cut those days short or no flesh would be saved. It will be rapid fire, death and destruction on this earth. So anyway, so I just don't agree with you there. That's all, Joseph, where it says very interesting. It would catch a lot of traders off guard, not investing advice, of course. If something makes sense, it just makes sense. Yeah, I mean, once he goes down, you saw iPet go, markets crash, war. You're going to enter red horse, black horse, pale horse phase. Boom, 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 boom. As soon as the white horse, as soon as the crowning moment takes place. Right now, we like April 9th. After that, I'll be liking the 13th. After that, we'll be liking the 15th, which is tax day. Something just bounced off of tax day. I can't remember what it was. Which one was it that bounced off of tax day? Was it 88 miles per hour? It was. That would be the theoretical Good Friday of the pagan world, and him rising on the literal Easter Sunday. Does this country go 88 miles per hour on the 15th? It could. So, and then he would not return. And we believe the abomination of desolation is the next total solar eclipse on Hitler's birthday. We do. That doesn't mean y'all all do, but you know. So let me just let him know I am covering this now. I think you'll like it. So yeah, he will go into perdition, and he will be behind the scenes running World War III, the destruction of 2 billion people. Nobody will know him to be alive until, or the earth as a whole, we would not know him to be alive until almost this time next year, 420. So I think that's it. And had a great time with Marissa tonight. It was edifying, to say the least. And I'm very confident in her situation with the Lord. I just am. All right. Love y'all very much. And we will be watching for Trump's rally tonight in Selma. My flesh hopes nothing happens. My spirit has been ready for it for quite some time. So same with Michael. All right. Love y'all.